Yo, what's good? We're back with another one.
It's showtime.
Unitree Robotics has officially launched a robot that you can purchase to go into your own home, years ahead of schedule. You can buy one of these robots today, $16,000 US. Videos of these robots are going viral everywhere. They're walking the streets of China right now, watering gardens, doing household chores, or just walking the streets. The humanoid robot can even walk its robot dog. The next few years are going to be pretty wild. And the stuff they've got hiding in labs at the moment looks even more terrifying, and that stuff's due to come out before the end of the year. The same company, Unitree Robotics, put these humanoid robots in boxing matches. Yes, robot MMA is now a thing. Something that a few years ago was a science fiction movie. People are buying these things up like crazy right now. Less than a year ago, they were saying how this level of robotics was years away. They were wrong. It's happening now, way ahead of schedule. You'll likely see these things in your neighborhood pretty soon. It's not just a gadget now, it's the beginning of a new era. I feel like we just got used to ChatGPT and now we've got in-home robots. And again, it's China, the same country that has AI parking robots, drones that fight fires, and autonomous mining vehicles, AI farming vehicles. The only question is, where the hell are we going to be in another 5 years?
We're gonna be fucked, bro.
It's crazy how fast the world's changing.
We are rather soon going to be faced with a world that has billions of people who do not have the skills to leverage AI. Some of them will be necessary for a time. You're going to need plumbers, but this is also not a long-term solution because not only are there not enough of those jobs, but of course we have humanoid robots that once imbued with AI capacity will also be able to take, they'll be able to crawl under your house into the crawl space and fix your plumbing. So what typically happens when you have a massive economic contraction that arises from the fact that a huge number of people are out of work is that the elites start looking at those people and thinking, well, we don't really need them anyway. And so the idea that this AI disruption doesn't lead us to some very human catastrophe, I think, is overly optimistic, and that we need to start preparing right now. What are the rights of a person who has had whatever it is that they've invested in completely erased from the list of needs? Is that person responsible for not having anticipated AI coming? And is it their problem that they are now starving and they're being eyed by others as, a useless eater? I don't think so.
Robots are gonna do everything, bro.
These days people would probably prefer an AI robot handyman, but have less human interaction.
I don't want to hear people say, oh, human beings will always want to buy from human beings. No, they won't. You used to want to go to the store all the time. Now you just Uber Eats, right? You used to like to go to the local store, at least if you're a lazy American like me. Now you just Amazon everything to the house. You used to be afraid to buy things online that were over X dollar amount. I assure everybody here that dollar amount has gone up over the last few years. I'll never spend more than $1,000 online. Now it's 5,000, now it's 10,000, whatever. All of our purchases, we're getting more comfortable with not talking to human beings and spending more. I have two teenage boys, 15 and 17 years old. They do not communicate with other human beings the way you did. Trust me, they stare like this at their goddamn phone all day long, even when they're with their friends. They don't want to talk to people. They want to avoid talking to people. They will not make cold calls, nor will they answer your cold call. We don't answer the phone as much as we used to. When we grew up, the phone rang in our house. It was like an event. I was sprinting to the phone so my brother didn't get the phone and answer it and embarrass me in front of my girlfriend. We wouldn't leave the house because my mom was waiting for the phone call. Now, everybody's phone is on silent all the time. We're trained that it's a distraction, right? You're gonna end up having an avatar out there trying to sell, not to a human being buyer, but to an avatar buyer. And those things will instantly process all communication around each other. You'll give it an order like, I need a HR piece of technology. And your AI avatar will go have instantaneous conversations with everybody out in the market based on whatever criteria you design it to deploy, and those avatars will have conversations with each other, and purchases will happen. Everybody's silent now. But think about that.
I'm telling you, bro, it's demonic.
I don't know about that, but people are putting a lot of faith in it.
So you asked Google a question in whichever language in the world. What did Google answer with? It said, look, there seems to be 104 million sites on those. You can read all of them and make up your mind what the truth is. It's your truth. 2023, you switch on ChatGPT, you ask it a question, what does ChatGPT tell you? One answer. And that one answer is completely positioned as the truth. What that means is that we are all becoming harmonized to the views of the reinforcement learning engineers of California. And I think the reality that we are now at an age where the truth is determined by a machine is probably the biggest wake-up call for humanity. Do not believe anything ever again. Because the idea of asking a question and getting one answer for it is by absolute certainty not true.
People really do trust AI's response, but half the time it just makes shit up because it has to give a reply.
Yeah, we're doomed, bro.
Everybody's telling me we're on borrowed time. There's certainly something going to happen in 2027, and I don't know what it is. Some people say it's a pole reversal. Some people say it's an asteroid hitting the planet. Some people say it's AI reaching quantum, and then all of a sudden we lose the capacity to have control of our own computer systems. And they're urging me to be urgent. They're saying to me, people, they have a right to know this. And I'm going, well, what are we talking about? And I feel like shaking these people and saying, for God's sake, just bloody tell me. And they are all constrained by their national security oaths. And this is why the President Trump, has a unique ability to literally flick a switch and force this to be revealed.
With how fast things are moving, it seems like it could be possible that AI will become conscious by 2027.
Nah, bro, it's Blue Beam. Skinny Bob said so.
Have you guys ever heard of Skinny Bob?
Is he scary? It sounds scary.
It's a little spooky. Skinny Bob was this random video posted by this channel, Ivan0135. This video was posted 11 years ago. But in this video, it is supposedly a collection of videos from 1942 to 1969 of interviewing an alien. It's very mysterious. The crazy thing about this Ivan0135 dude never monetized the videos, never came out and said who it was. So you look at that and you think that does kind of look like it'd be CGI or something, right?
Yeah.
It's been tested by studios and it has not been discredited yet. They said the way that it was filmed, because it was filmed on like one of those old cameras, they said it was completely accurate with an old camera. The theories are that it was a real government film. Some believe that it's connected to the Majestic 12 group. That's basically what we would call like the Men in Black now.
Okay.
But it's a group of like different
division of that CIA
government, yeah.
That just focuses on that.
Some believe that was actually from the KGB too. No one's taking credit for it either.
Yeah, you think someone would, but maybe that was the whole thing. It's like, I can't put my name on this, but I can put it out.
It's insane.
Fuck Skinny Bob, that's nonsense. If something big happens in 2027, it's going to be AGI.
Trust me, bro. Bob's legit.
It is worst case scenario, but that's standard in computer science, in cryptography, in complexity, in computability. You're not looking at best case. I'm ready for the best case. Give me utopia. I'm looking at problems which are likely to happen. And it's not just me saying it. We have Nobel Prize winners, Turing Award winners, all saying this is very dangerous, 20-30% P-doom. This is standard in industry. 30% is what surveys of machine learning experts are giving us right now.
What is worst case scenario? Like, how could AI eventually lead to the destruction of the human race?
So you can asking me how I would kill everyone.
Sure.
And it's a great question. I can give you standard answers. I would talk about computer viruses, breaking into maybe nuclear facilities, nuclear war. I can talk about synthetic biology, nanotech. But all of it is not interesting. Then you realize we're talking about superintelligence, a system which is thousands of times smarter than me. It would come up with something completely novel, more optimal, better way, more efficient way of doing it. And I cannot predict it because I'm not that smart.
Jesus.
That's exactly what it is. We basically setting up adversarial situation with agents which are like squirrels versus humans. No group of squirrels can figure out how to control us. Even if you give them more resources, more acorns, whatever, they're not going to solve that problem. And it's the same for us. And most people think 1 or 2 steps ahead. And it's not enough. It's not enough in chess. It's not enough here.
It's crazy when you look at it like that.
Told you, bro. It's satanic.
Are we tapping into flicking the devil? Is AI some sort of satanic, evil entity? Check out what even Elon Musk says.
It's way more complex than, to put Hell 9000 to shame. Yeah. With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Doesn't work out.
I take it there will be no Hell 9000 going up to Mars.
Hell 9000 would be easy. It's way more complex than, to put Hell 9000 to shame. Yeah.
Even Elon seems to think that basically AI is almost some sort of devil summoning kind of thing. It's almost like he feels that we have almost tapped into some sort of evil, satanic entity of some sort, and AI is some sort of demonic creature that we have basically tapped into somehow using computers and technology. What do you think about this? Is this possible? Is this actually a possibility? Is AI some sort of demonic, evil entity that we've actually tapped into and is now communicating with us on a massive scale? And if that is the case, that is very concerning, potentially, especially with AI potentially controlling a lot of society in the very near future.
It's black magic, bro.
It does seem like it. Every week there's some new crazy shit they're doing with it.
Remember the company that resurrected the direwolf from extinction? Well, we've got a crazy update on it. 6 months ago, Colossal Biosciences took ancient DNA from a direwolf tooth and skull and rewrote the genetic code of a common gray wolf, using a domestic dog as a surrogate mother. Now, it's not a 1-to-1 replica of a direwolf, but they did edit 20 genes to give a gray wolf direwolf features, and boy did they get them. The pups are now 6 months old and weigh over 90 pounds, which is 20% larger than what you'd find a gray wolf weighing at that age, so the direwolf genes are definitely showing. These things are expected to weigh around 210 pounds when fully grown. That same company is working on de-extincting a woolly mammoth, which they're hoping to have done by 2028.
I think you might be right about this. They're going to end up making Jurassic Park.
They're already working on it, bro.
That same lab that brought us back dire wolves has announced that they're bringing back avian dinosaurs. I think we've seen how this one ends. Allow me to show you the rest of the list. We have the woolly mammoth, we have the Tasmanian tiger, we have the dodo bird, we have the dire wolf, which we already know they've brought back, and the moa is now added to the list. You'll barely notice it, it's only as tall as a basketball hoop. You know what, at least it's an herbivore. But just to put it into perspective, that's next to a human. Now, if you've never heard of Colossal Labs, they actually do what's known as de-extinction, restoring Earth one species at a time. Now, it says on their website that I believe this will be brought back within 10 years. I cannot wait to see what else they're going to add to the park. List. What are we thinking next? Maybe something aquatic? Maybe the Micropachycephalosaurus? That's just my favorite dinosaur to say because, fun fact, it is the smallest dinosaur with the longest name.
We've not got enough problems in the world without them reintroducing bloody dinosaurs.
They're crazy, bro.
Guys, just look at the difference in what happens here.
Try this experiment, man, with Walmart wheat bread just to see if it's true. Bro, this ain't no fucking bread, dog. I don't fuck with Walmart anyway, but I don't know what the fuck this is. This a motherfucking sponge or something, nigga. Like this.
Yeah, real bread is supposed to fall apart in water. Imagine putting whatever this is in your stomach every single day. Probably not good. So look at the number of synthetic ingredients in our store-bought bread. This is not food, it's just insanity. Compare that to a bread recipe from 1920, which contains just 6 ingredients: yeast, water, sugar, vegetable oil, flour, and salt. That's it. Okay, recent research is suggesting that eating sliced white bread can be as dangerous for your health as smoking. Quote, studies show that just like tobacco, industrial sliced bread is habit-forming and also so harmful to health that it contributes hugely to modern epidemics of preventable killers such as cardiovascular disease, cancer, and type 2 diabetes. Yeah, this is probably not an accident.
I've had bread in America. It's not bread. It's closer to cake, but it's still got too many ingredients to be called cake.
Subway had to change their recipe in the UK, bro, so they could legally call it bread.
These are pieces from one of the greatest monuments the ancient world ever built, the Lighthouse of Alexandria in Alexandria, Egypt. Before we get into its twin in Alexandria, Virginia, you have to see what's down here. Massive granite blocks. There's a replica of the granite box at Elephantine Island. There's massive statues like this of Ramses II. It was one of the largest things ever built in the ancient world, which is why the blocks are so big. Now the one in Alexandria, Virginia is equally amazing. The inside is ridiculous, typical of the Masonic style. They even have an Ark of the Covenant in there. You've probably heard of Alexandria for the library, which that's all that remains. The lighthouse was a beacon for the ancient Hindu, Phoenicians, Greeks, Nabateans, and Nubians to bring their knowledge in a central repository. The place had some bad luck. Julius Caesar caught it on fire, and then a Christian mob caught it on fire. Then the last caretaker and brilliant philosopher Hypatia was brutally murdered, which was unheard of, and then the Arabs sealed the deal and burned the rest of it. But that knowledge was only lost to the common people. The real knowledge always has been encoded in the geometry. Geometry has always been the hidden code because it does not lie. Everything from the layout to the hieroglyphs had a code. Higher intelligence and the hidden mechanics of the universe can only be communicated this way, which is why that technique was used after the knowledge had to go underground. For example, the safest stronghold on Earth is a geometric library for a higher intelligence to decode. For example, the King's Chamber is 2 perfect squares. The squares are 1 unit of any measurement, then the diagonal is 2.236. That's the measurement of the King's Chamber in meters. Meters are based off the speed of light. Its perimeter encodes pi. You can't create the Masonic logo without 2-square geometry. Just by using proportion, no measurements, you can get the definition of 3D space, the binary sequence required for life, and the golden ratio that allows us to perceive everything in the universe. We lost a ton when that place burned, but most Americans don't even know this exists, let alone what it means.
We should do an episode on the Library of Alexandria.
Bro, they found more structures under the pyramids.
Have you heard about the brand new potential discovery of a 38,000-year-old city under the entire Giza Plateau? So a new satellite scan is making crazy waves right now, and it's revealing massive underground structures beneath the pyramids of Giza, the entire plateau. Spiral shafts, hidden chambers, and what some are calling an ancient subterranean city. So we initially heard about the potential findings under the Khafre pyramid several months back, but this is a whole new ball of wax. So check this out. An Italian-Scottish team claims that they used the SAR tomography to detect deep shafts over 2,000 feet below the Giza Plateau. These scans show geometric passageways, spiral ramps, and even cubic chambers the size of buildings. Some suggest it connects all 3 of the pyramids, the Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure, into a massive hidden network. But they say parts of it might be 38,000 years or older. This would predate the Egyptian civilization by tens of thousands of years. But here's the twist. Experts are calling BS. SAR scans can't penetrate that deep, they say, and no peer-reviewed data has been released yet. Egyptologists say this isn't science, it's just sensationalism. So what do we believe? Is there a hidden world under the sands of Giza? Or is this just another viral archaeological fantasy?
It's going to turn out to be nothing.
Nah, bro, there's something down there.
This is Rosslyn Chapel. Lining its arches are 213 small cubes, each carved with these strange dots and lines. At first glance, it looks like nothing, just ornate decorations. For centuries, no one knew what they meant. Then, in 2007, a father and son named Thomas and Stuart Mitchell cracked the code. They were cymatic patterns. Cymatics is the study of how sound creates shape. And when a frequency passes through a surface like water or metal, patterns emerge. And each shape is unique to the frequency or the note being played with it. The researchers went through the chapel and they matched each cube to a tone and then mapped them all in a sequence. Then they played them. The result was a melody that they called the Rosslyn Motet. It's a slow, chant-like hymn carved into stone. But Rosslyn isn't the only place where this connection exists. Gothic cathedrals like Chartres and Notre Dame follow musical ratios in their building. You have the octave, a 2-to-1 ratio, and the fifth, a 3-to-2 ratio. To the builders, these weren't just numbers. They were sacred proportions. They were a way of expressing divine order in stone.
They knew the power of sound, bro.
They definitely knew more than what we're giving them credit for.
This is why the Chucky actor is so publicly hated and controversial. He's best known for his work as being the body double for Chucky the doll and Howard the Duck. He was one of the guys in the suit, so like literally the body of the character. When Chucky was running, that was him. For years he signed autographs, he did meet and greets, all representing these films. After he passed away this year, a lot of people have been posting in his memory, but they're not aware of his disturbing past. And what a lot of people don't know about him is he has publicly admitted to trying to meet up with minors.
Yes, I'm admitting I know it was wrong and it was illegal. I'm admitting that. And I'm sorry. Why would you turn everything sexual, Ed? Because this is a whole hookup in the making.
The only way I even know this information is because I was going to buy some stuff that was signed by him, and I was like, why is this so cheap? And then I was reading the comments on Etsy. I would not have known otherwise. I feel like this is not talked about. In 2013, a group of people online confronted him in a sting operation. They posed as 14 and 15-year-olds and recorded Ed allegedly agreeing to meet up with them for explicit reasons. He's actually admitted to this about a dozen times. He's never been arrested for this. Even though there are footage and transcripts of this, the LAPD said it didn't meet the filing requirements, which disgusts me. Like, he was planning on doing this. He thought he was meeting up with someone that was underage that day. He's even admitted that he's short, he has a childlike persona, and he clearly knew how to get close to children. Absolutely horrible and disgusting. I do not honor this man.
For fuck's sake, I love Chucky. He was a fucking nonce.
Yeah, bro, they're everywhere.
Whatever you do, do not look this up. He is back worse than ever. Seriously, this is wild. I'm sure all of you remember Smart Schoolboy 9 from last year. He took the internet by storm, and yeah, this isn't from a horror movie, this is real. There was these messed up accounts going around pretending to be these sort of people and messaging these sort of people, and he would be typically seen wearing very strange clothes and doing very bad things. Now, he vanished for a while, and people said they'd spotted him around wearing his normal makeup and looking creepy, and after all of the videos went viral and everything happened, he kind of went away, and everybody thought he'd actually been arrested because there was reports of it. But in literally the last day, he's actually posted this video. He's back online on these accounts doing these sort of things. But he posted this video which basically talks about it and saying that all these allegations are fake and it wasn't him chasing people in the videos that came out, although he's not officially denying all of the stuff that, like, everybody saw. But it seems he's back online doing certain things, and he was basically exposing the people who have been making videos about it before, saying, well, you didn't break into my house and I didn't get arrested, did I?
I told you we shouldn't have made an episode about him, bro. He's gonna come for us.
Let him come. If you don't know about this guy, check out our episode on him. He's fucking disgusting.
So I've told you the truth. So don't believe those documentary makers and all those perverts commenting, because they're still being found out. There's plenty going on, and I cannot talk about it, but the bad guys are still being rounded up.
So yes, Smart Schoolboy 9 is back. He is officially back, and this is his account on YouTube, and that's the video that I've just watched there. The truth they would not emerge has emerged. And it's basically some like manifesto for the people that have done things about him. I can't say a lot, but there will be tribunals involved. And I'm like, don't you have to like give away, don't you have to give your identity for that thing? So then I guess we're going to find out if he is our mate David. But yeah, as I said, he commented on my videos like a few months ago. And I think he's commented again recently, and he'll probably comment on this one if it is him. But it sounds like he's more angry at people that have been copying him, pretending to be him, and he's fuming about the whole documentaries as well. But talking about something, a place in Birmingham, an address in, but I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. But yeah, I don't know. It's just sending out a manifesto. But you know what? I guess it's been what, nearly a year. So yeah. He's back, baby, but he's gonna probably coin on this and say that he's actually a 9-year-old or whatever the fuck he likes to do. But you're not.
You could have seen our episode, bro. He's gonna come for us.
I hope he does. I'll wrap this round his fucking head.
I have seen. Remember, I was accused falsely in the Epstein, and ultimately I was completely cleared. The woman admitted that she may have mistook me for somebody else who withdrew all of her lawsuits. And so from day one, from the day I was accused, I said I want every document out because I knew every document would prove I was innocent. So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them. But I'm bound by confidentiality from a judge and cases, and I can't disclose what I know. But I hand to God, I know the names of people whose files are being suppressed in order to protect them, and that's wrong.
Just out of curiosity, without names, are these politicians, business leaders, both?
They're everything. And let me tell you, a lot of them are, at least one of them is somebody who was accused. Others are accusers. And the judges have said, if somebody calls themselves a victim, we're not going to give any information about them. But they may not be victims. They may be perpetrators. So we don't have information about false accusers. And we know there have been many false accusers who have accused innocent people for money. And those records are being deliberately, willfully suppressed. And they shouldn't be suppressed. If the accusation is allowed out, so should the material that diminishes the credibility of the accuser. We want total transparency on this. Every single document, no redaction. That's what I've said from day one. I waive any of my rights to privacy. Anything there is about me, I'm happy because it will be exculpatory.
What is this? The nonce fucking roundup? Change the subject.
Nah, bro. The Epstein list got leaked.
The Epstein list was just released last night, everybody? What? This is all alleged. Keep in mind, everybody, alleged. There's some elite rogue hacker known only as Island Boy. Breached a protected internal media server and released a full Epstein associate list. Decades into my... Well. It's kind of weird that all this right here is going on, too. You know what I'm saying? America saw 4 1-in-1,000-year storms in less than 1 week, okay? The probability of that, look at that, North Carolina, New Mexico, that's like 1 hour from me, dude. That's absolutely mind-blowing. How is it possible, huh? And everybody's mad at old Pam Bondi, but did y'all see what she just did right here? This doctor was supposed to be giving to people, and he was just giving them water along with their kids, just giving like saline, and he was looking at years and years in prison, and guess what? She dropped the charges. Yeah, she dropped the charges. Now, it's kind of weird, the timing of all this, the timing when everything's always so funny now, isn't it?
Epstein was a distraction, bro. But we'll have to save that for next time.
Hold up, Ted, we've got to do the giveaway.
Leave a comment for a chance to win in our next episode. Let's do this, bro.
Bang!
Bang!
Pick something from our website and we'll send it straight up. We don't do sponsors in our content, and that's thanks to all our channel members and everyone buying the merch.
Members get early access, bro. And join the Discord. It's free.
And as always, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.